Hi, my name is Avery Z. Nelson, and I am very excited to be leading an in-person cohort of 10 artists for the Canopy program. So a little bit about myself. I am a queer trans artist based in Brooklyn. I have been teaching at Parsons School of Design for the past 5 years. And if you were in New York City this past year, you may have seen my work up at Rachel Uffner Gallery, where I had a show this past fall. I'll quickly screen share just a couple of images of my work to give you a taste. Here's my website. And here is a link to a show I had in Barcelona, also this past fall at Nueras Blanchard Gallery. The show was entitled, "I Don't Want to Live in a World Without Feathers." And the premise of the show was very much an orientation towards the decorative, ornamental types of queerness itself, but also for the ephemerality of a bird, ecology, and fear that all the pretty things are at the threat of extinction. All the pretty things which I believe are the magic. 3 paintings comprise the heart of the show, all entitled Picture. Picture 1 here was in reference to a pitcher, or one who throws the ball to start the ball game, to start the game of painting in this show. Picture 2 in reference to the carnivorous pitcher plant, a plant that lures in its prey through its beauty, only to then devour it. And picture 3 in reference to a gay top. Here, a self-portrait of gay dancing top. I myself love to dance and can often be found on the dance floor when not in the studio. And so I am structuring this brief video to just talk with you a little bit about the mentorship intensive itself, as well as my philosophy of leading critique. So in my cohort, we will work together over the course of 3 semesters to foster and develop one another's artistic practice. Throughout the year, there'll be critiques within the cohort, as well as with visiting critics. There will be artist talks and art history lectures, professional practice workshops, and painting workshops. I've already lined up 2 phenomenal artists to co-lead the critiques during the winter session. And these artists are Gabby Collins Fernandez. Here's just a sort of Google search of her work. Brooklyn Rail review of her recent show. More information can be found online there. And the second artist, Magali Guerin. Magali just opened a show this summer at Sycamore Jenkins, and there's a wonderful review of her enigmatic paintings up on Hyperallergic. So to talk with you then briefly about my own philosophy around leading critique, I like to practice a past, present, future approach where we're holistically looking at not only the work that has been brought into critique, but also the references, research, process, questions, and influences that went into building those pieces that are brought in. And then as additionally thinking ahead, thinking where one might go from here, what future pieces might be interesting for the artist to consider and to develop, what new questions have been opened up in the dialogue that's been facilitated during the course of critique. And I find that this holistic approach is not only helpful to the creation of a body of work, but helpful in reflecting upon how one might build and continue to nourish, foster, an enriching holistic artistic practice for oneself, a practice that hopefully spans much longer than a single semester or number of years, that hopefully has different chapters within a lifetime. For me, it's also quite important to balance out various ways of dialogue and communication to foster and facilitate both written opportunities to reflect and give feedback to the other artists in the mentorship program, as well as then spending intensive time together, dialoguing and hoping to build conversation that continues outside of the mentorship program itself, whether or not through relationships that have been fostered or shared interests that then continue to just grow beyond the mentorship intensive. And so with that, I would like to say that I am very, very excited to lead this mentorship program, to work with this cohort of artists, and I hope to see you in a number of weeks. Thanks very much.